The 2.7 liter EcoBoost is the best engine that you can get in a half-ton pickup truck right now. Try to change my mind. So the reason that I think the 2.7 EcoBoost is the best is because it hits so many check marks. It's your entry-level engine, essentially, that you can get in an F-150. There is an engine below it, but typically that engine is not ordered. That engine's not really available as much. But there is a non-turbocharged V6 option that is very hard to find. This is typically your entry-level engine for an F-150. Now, after that will be the 5.0, and then after that will be the 3.5. It checks every mark in the box. The 2.7 can tow just fine. It can haul. It can go fast. And it's extremely efficient. So it's definitely more efficient than the 5.0. It's definitely more efficient than the 3.5. And despite being a small displacement V6 engine, it still continues to be more efficient than the bigger V8s while towing. And it's definitely a myth that when you tow with one of these engines, you lose your MPG and the bigger engine's just more efficient at towing. It's not true. This engine with the same amount of weight next to a 6.2 V8 that I have gets better fuel economy while towing 4,000 pounds. It gets better fuel economy just in general. So if the trucks weighed the same amount of weight, if this was an 8,000 pound vehicle, it's not, it's lighter than that, versus a 8,000 pound Super Duty, this engine would still be more efficient than the V8. So it's just overall more efficient. It does everything you need it to do. Now, is it the fastest engine? It's probably not the fastest engine in a half ton, but it's been known to beat the 5.0. It's been known to beat the 3.5. That could be because a lot of times the 2.7, when you see these videos online with the 2.7 racing these other vehicles, there's a lot of times they're a lot lower trim levels and a lot lighter trucks, which is probably why they win so often with the higher numbers of the 3.5 EcoBoost. There's a lot of videos out there that suggest that the 2.7 is faster than the 3.5. But typically a 2.7, when you see these races, the 2.7s are just more basic trucks with less equipment, maybe up to 300-400 pounds lighter than some of the trucks they're racing. So is it faster than the 5.0? It seems to be faster than the 5.0. But unless you were to race this truck against another trim level with the same amount of weight, the same gear, the same bed length, then it's hard to really say. But the fact that it wins a lot of the races and that it keeps up with a lot of the speed testing that's been done online, depending on whether you watch that stuff on my channel or something like TFL or something like that, the 2.7 has proven that it is a fast engine. There's no compromise with speed when you go with the 2.7 liter engine. So it's interesting because this engine is going to be the high performance version of the new Bronco that's coming out, and a lot of people are interested in this engine all of a sudden. But like I said, it's fast, it's efficient, it wins races all the time. It'd be interesting to see this truck matched up with the same trim and the same weight. But you know, as far as speed is concerned, I'm pretty sure that a 6.2 top of the line Chevy or GMC would be faster. But how much more does that cost? That's not your entry level engine from a GMC. So you'd have to get their best engine to compete against Ford's entry level engine. So it's interesting. I don't know if that, you know, I love the 6.2 in a GMC. It's a great engine, but it's a really expensive engine. It comes at a really high premium. And I feel like that's more competition with the 3.5 EcoBoost versus the 2.7. Now, when you're looking at the GMC and Chevys, you're looking at a 5.3 liter V8. Well, now you're in the same class, and the 2.7 will walk all over that engine. So the 2.7, this is why. Now, is it the best? Is it the fastest? It might not be the fastest, but there's a good argument that it is the fastest. Does it tow the best? It might. It tows really well. I've put a lot of weight behind it, and it tows fine. It has no problems towing. I've towed cars. I've towed dump trailer. It tows fine. But 325 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque. Just 10 years ago, 400 foot-pounds of torque was like the thing to get. Just 10 years ago. But here we are now, 2020, and 400 foot-pounds of torque is your entry-level engine in an F-150. But dual overhead cam, twin variable valve, direct injected, twin turbo, all the tricks in the book, and there's millions of these on the road. So are they reliable? Well, if all these engines were failing, it would be such a problem for Ford. If these engines were blowing, it would be so bad that it would be almost impossible for Ford to even keep up with repairing all these vehicles, because there's so many on the road. It's not even, I don't even think you could consider, now, is there failures on these engines? Sure, there are some failures. They're not that common. It's not like when the 6.0 came out in the Super Duties a few years back in like 2005, 2006, when the 6.0s came out. Those were a big issue for Ford. That is not the case with this engine. This engine has proven to be reliable. So try to change my mind. What do you guys think about the 2.7 EcoBoost? My opinion, overall, the best that you can get. The 3.5 EcoBoost is going to tow maybe a little better, and the 3.5 is going to feel faster. So if you like driving fast, go for the 3.5 EcoBoost. But this overall is a better cruising engine. It's a bit smoother than the 3.5. It gets about 1 to 2 mpg more than the 3.5. So if you go 300,000 miles, how much is 1 to 2 mpg? That's a lot over a long haul. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. I'm going to put together a playlist of all my 2.7 liter EcoBoost videos that I've made over the years. So if you're interested in this engine, maybe you are here for the Bronco, maybe you are here for whatever reason, maybe you're looking for an F-150, check out this playlist I'm going to link in the comment section to this video. Thank you for watching. Comment below, and hope to see you in the next video. Over and out. Bye.